to communicate with more people about some of these different things that we deal with, like anxiety attacks, to help other people deal with theirs as well. And I guess that's why it is that I'm making this video. There have been ways that I have been remembering how to move past the anxiety. And first, it's about calming myself and I really should not be communicating with other people when I'm having an anxiety attack. Now, I understand a lot of other people don't experience this. They've lived a completely different life, and it doesn't reflect well on me. However, it's also part of my life. Another thing that I thought about this morning, which I haven't done yet, obviously, because my energy level is still very neutral at this point, is to put on happy songs. It's vibration, it's movement, it's music. It's, music gives the vibrations, and when it's a happy song, we feel that it's a happy song because it's how it is that our body reacts to it. Second, recognize the situation and the individuals that were around and how it is that your body feels, how it is that your body physically reacts to different individuals. Because otherwise, I will just lay on my bed or lay on the couch and, not really do much of anything. And that's not how it is that my best self wants to be. Music is the first thing. That usually gets me moving around the house. And then I will get energy to go outside and go for a walk down the road. That's even better. And I have recently installed a couple apps that incentivize me to walk. Technology is great, and that's part of this whole shift with humanity. We have all of this technology, and it has brought so much information to all of us in such a very short amount of time. This is a very fascinating lifetime to be a part of during this type of a transition, because during my lifetime, we went from before people had cable TV in their house to, now we have a handheld computer that tracks our every move. That's a lot of innovation in a very short amount of time. And I think the whole purpose to all of this innovation, when used for the good, is that it is helping us to communicate with more people about some of these different things that we deal with, like anxiety attacks, to help other people deal with theirs as well. I'm going to turn on some music and get my butt moving around the house and get some things done. And as we change our environment, as we, straighten up the blankets on our bed and fluff that pillow, just looking at the bed, it gives off a different energy when it's made. Little things like that really make a big difference in our environment. And every time that you can do a little bit of a positive change in your environment, even if it's, 1 square foot at a time, just do it. Because all of those little steps add up. Anxiety is not something that goes away right away. It's a lot to deal with. It can be managed. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of willpower. It takes some knowledge. And hopefully that's something that I'm able to share with you today. And because we all emit a different energy level. When we're in a low state of being, we emit a low energy, and we tend to draw in the things that cause the anxiety. And so in order to avoid that, we really, those of us with anxiety, really need to make the conscious effort to get our being into a higher energy state in order to focusing on the future and not the past. The past is in the past. The future is different. By changing our energy levels, we are changing our future to make sure that tomorrow is not like yesterday. And we just have to do it one day at a time. And every day that we take these steps, every day that we do that one little thing, turn on the music. That is going to be the biggest thing. Go through your music list. Start hitting, your playlist and your favorite songs. Look at all your favorite songs. Make a playlist if you don't have one. I created a playlist of my happy songs so that when I need it, like today, I can just hit play and it will run. And even now, sometimes I found that I've outgrown some of my happy songs because, we're constantly moving. So don't be afraid to remove those, because another happy song, another better one towards your future will be able to flow in and help your mind create the future it is that you want, and help get you out of the anxiety state and the anxiety attacks. It's Think of it as, like, the bad energy is just constantly clawing at us, trying to keep us, and we're trying to break out, we're trying to break away, we're trying to break out of that shell.
It's a lot to deal with.
And be what it is that we're supposed to be, and not be in this constant or even periodic, state of anxiety attacking us. Because that is really what it feels like. It feels like an attack on our being,
And it just kind of sits there and it's like, grr. I think that's part of the breathing is, we just try to make it go away. Because here's the thing. When people with anxiety ask a question, they just need you to answer the question. We understand it may sound like a really simple question, a really no-brainer type of question, but the reason why we're asking is because we need clarification, because our brain doesn't work at that point and we need to know the answer in order to proceed. So when people don't answer the question, when they skirt around the question, when they dance around the question, when they do everything other than answer the question, it just adds to the anxiety and the frustration, and everything continues to build up even more and more and more until eventually the person with anxiety just can't take it anymore. And so we have to deal with a lot from other people that they don't even intentionally or realize that they are doing to contribute. This is really important in the workplace as well. People often don't ask questions, but when they do, especially if it's a really easy one, just answer it. The example I had the other day was I was signing up for this app, and I assumed that the app was going to mask my phone number, and so the person kept asking for my number on the app, and I couldn't find it on the app. The only thing I could find was a link, and they didn't want to open the link because, they have issues with that. And I said, what's the point of the app if I'm just going to give you is it my phone number you need? Why am I installing this app if I'm just going to give you my phone number? Why don't I just give you my phone number? Like, this doesn't make any sense. I still don't understand it. But, when I kept asking what number, where on the app can I find this number? And the question just kept being avoided because they didn't understand why I was asking that. It really just led to my anxiety being built up more and more and more. And, now I have to work on taking a nap because I just ate. And I ate too much. I made a giant salad. When you make a salad and it starts out small and then it turns giant and you eat the whole thing? Yeah, that's what I just did. And going for a walk is probably the best way to, help settle that. But I opted to lay down in bed and put a sweatshirt on because it's chilly. The thing is it's a feeling that's like in your chest, and it's like an energy mass, and it just kind of sits there, and it's like, I think that's part of the breathing is, we just try to make it go away. But, that's why, as a recluse, just dealing with people in general, I think, just bothers me so much. And, even really nice people, now people who understand and they just answer the question, it just makes it so much easier. Because then we can, take the next step, move forward, do whatever it is that's next, and we're not like stuck. And we're stuck because we keep asking the same question, and you're just not answering it. You're just choosing to ignore it, and it just...
Fucker, turn your ears off!
That's just not helpful. It's just not helpful. It's just not helpful.
And I know that emotions are things that we create within, and we can change our state of being, and one great way to do that is to start with music. So I need to go do that now.
I've walked about a half mile. My breathing is starting to calm down. I don't feel like I need to take as many deep breaths. And I collected a little diamond for Atlas Earth. And there's another one right up here. So anyway, keeps my mind off from everything. It helps.
Yeah, I hope something in here helped one of you out there, because we're in this together. We'll get through it. I promise.